Hi there everybody, it's Dr. Steve with Kinesi. This is going to be a little whole body warm up where we're going to get the hip flexors, we're going to get the hamstrings going, and then we're going to get the spine with some rotation activation movements. This is great pre-hiking, pre-running, pre-activity, when you just want to get the whole body moving pretty quick and easy. So the way that this one is kind of plays out is if you do about 10 to 12 reps of each, it works out to the whole thing being about a 6-minute program. But we're going to do a little bit shorter, a little bit less, as I'm just kind of demonstrating the movements here. But what we're going to do is stand with the 1 foot forward, the 1 foot back, and we're going to keep the feet in this same stride stance position as we run through. We're going to hit the hip flexor of the back leg, the hamstring on the front leg, and then we're going to get the spine going and then we're going to switch our feet. So the first one is hitting the hip flexor here, and this is where we have the hands going down and up, and as the hands come up, you're sinking into that front leg, stretching through the hip flexor of this back leg. The knee on the back leg gets to straighten, the heel stays down, and we do this kind of all hail type of motion back and forth. Then we go into the hands overhead and we do a side to side kind of rainbow tip. So we're still weight shifted onto that front leg. So the knee is bent and this back leg is straight behind you as you're tipping side to side. And then we're going to do the rotations around the corner. And if it feels like balance is wobbly, one of the things you can do is widen out your stance just a little bit, and that'll make it a little more secure. But we hit the 3 directions for the hip flexor. We did the hands up overhead, up and down, the side to side, and then the rotations. That covers the hip flexor of the front leg, or the back leg. Now we're going after the hamstring of the front leg. So keeping the feet in this general position, hands come down to the ground, the hands will stay there, and then we lift the hips up and down. And as you're lifting up, you're pulling back with the hips, and that's going to create the stretch behind the front leg. And then we do the side to side swing, where you're really trying to get the hips swinging side to side to the point that you can see the shin bone of the front leg, the tibia, is rotating back and forth. Then we go in circles with the whole body. You're trying to take the whole body around in circles one way, and then you circle the other way. And then you ease up from there. There we've gotten the hamstring on that front leg. Now we're going into the spine activation rotation. So here we're going to get the arms going in this reaching and kind of rowing or punching and pulling motion. We get the spine rotating, and as the shoulders are going back and forth, we keep the arms doing this pattern, and then we're going to angle the trunk down. So you're angling towards the ground like you're picking things up from the floor, whether it's dirty laundry or $100 bills, whichever is more motivating to you. And then we keep the arms going, we reach up overhead, and here you're picking fruit. Oh, there's lots of lemons and avocados and oranges to be picked. And then we bring it back to center, and then we tip the trunk over to the side. So now the arms are doing kind of this under and over, under and over. We bring the trunk back up, you tip over to the other side. We have the arms in this over and under kind of pattern as we're rotating, and then you bring it back home to center, and that's good. And that's where you've done 1/2 of the body. We switch sides and repeat. So if you're just flowing from one move to the next all together, 1/2 of the body takes about 3 minutes when you're doing 10-ish reps. We're doing a little less, so it takes a little less, but it gets everything working together. So we switched legs. Now it's the down and up. So the all hail move. And then we have the side to side rainbow move where you let the hips kind of sway with the motion. And then we have the rotation going around the corners each way. There you've done the hip flexor on the back leg. Now we drop the hands down and we do the hamstring of the front leg, lifting the hips up and down. And then we swing side to side, the big side to side kind of motion here. And then we take it into circles. Big, funny circles with the body and the butt going one way. You switch it, you circle around the other way as well. And then let the juices settle before moving too quickly. But readjust the feet. And then we have the spine rotation activation. So here we get the arms going in the punching and pulling motion. The shoulders are rotating. And then we angle the trunk down as if you're picking things up from the floor. And then we gradually bring the trunk back up, angle up towards the sky, picking things off the trees. Bring it back to center. We tip over to one side so the arms are doing the over and under kind of motion. Bring it back to center. Tip over to the other side. Back to center. And there you have a whole body warm-up routine that really can take you 6 minutes or less. And as you just kind of run through, hit the hip flexor, hit the hamstring, get the spine and the ribs and the trunk going, you got it all turned on. So be sure to have fun with that one, everybody.